Happy Friday the 13th. Hey, how early is too early to put up Halloween decorations? Is it too early now? Because I already did it. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Slim? Well, I didn't have to go to Walmart to get. I put up the same decorations every year, so I already had them. But Peete would not leave us alone until we put them up, so we put them up. He beat me into submission. I gave in. Well, you know, as soon as Halloween's over, the Christmas stuff's gonna be out. Christmas lasts like 3 months now. 2 months. We got a game tonight. Where is it? Actually, we have 2 games tonight. The only one of these 2 that I care about, though, is Arizona at Kansas State. That ought to be a good one. $8 o'clock. Oh, by the way, we got a bunch of good games tomorrow at 12 o'clock. That's when I'll be streaming tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I got Alabama, Wisconsin, LSU, South Carolina, Memphis, Florida State. So I gotta figure out which one of these 2 I want to watch. I got 2 TVs in here. I'm probably going to watch LSU and South Carolina and Memphis and Florida State. There's some other games on at noon, too, though. Let me look at them. I won't watch this probably, but it's an interesting game. NC State and Louisiana Tech. Boy, look at the money line on that. Hey, if you think NC State's as bad as I do, and you want to get really frisky, plus 950. Plus 950. So if you bet $100, you win $950 if Louisiana Tech wins that game. That's tempting. I'm going to be honest. That is tempting. I'm not going to bet it though. But if I was going to bet it, I'd just take the points. Louisiana Tech plus 21. I don't know shit about Louisiana Tech to be dropping money on the fucking money line. I know that much. Oh. Boston College at Missouri. That's at 12:45. I'll definitely be checking that one out. I think that might be one of the better games of the day. Now, Missouri's 15.5-point favorite. Yeah. Why is it at 12:45? Because Missouri's in Central Time. I think that's what we figured out. So it's really an 11:45 kickoff in Missouri, local time. So, yeah, there's a bunch of good games at noon, dude. And there's that. I'm actually. Who was it that was complaining about the slate of games this week? Oh, I know who it was. It was Danny Cannell on Twitter was complaining about the slate of games this week. He's talking about conference realignments, ruin the schedule, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? First of all, the first 3 weeks of every season, you have a bunch of shit games. That's not changed because of conference realignment. And on top of that, there's some great games. Oregon and Oregon State, Washington State, West Virginia and Pitt. Get the fuck out of here. No good games. He's just mad that Florida State's about to lose to Memphis, so he's taking it out on everybody else. Boston College in the points plus BC straight up. So yeah, there's a bunch of good games. It'd be fun to watch Miami play a team with a pulse at some point. I guess we got to wait till about week 6 for that. Hell, it will be Halloween before Miami plays anybody with a pulse. So there you have it. All right, we'll get the show started here in just a second. Oh, we you guys know how we do on Mondays. Scott Kerr has revamped the fake news segment that he does every Monday. Well, now it's going to be on Friday, so I think he has one for us today. So I'm looking forward to that. We get a 2-for-1 special this week because he did one on Monday. So 2 in 1 week. How do we get so lucky? I don't know. This music is starting to disturb me a little bit. But you know what doesn't disturb me?
Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. And this is what's happening. Dogs.
This is a fucking banger.
People on television.
There have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
The people on television saying the dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. And this is what's happening. People on television. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating... People on television say my dog was taken.
Good midday, gentlemen.
That is amazing. That really is. I've spread that everywhere I possibly could.
Yeah.
That could be the anti-Georgia Bulldog song, Eating the
Scott, that's the first thing that crossed my mind. I was like, God damn, I hope Clemson has a chance to play Georgia again later in the year. Well, I'll make a video out of that.
It's a great rave song, man.
Yeah. Have you seen the? I got the video downloaded too. I'll play that at the end of the show. But have you seen the video that goes with it?
Yeah, I saw your video. Absolutely.
No, not mine. Not the Peete remix. The original video.
No, I haven't seen the original video. I'll have to look it up.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of footage cut in of the debate, and obviously, and then of course the reaction from a fucking libtard commentator.
They're eating the dogs. It's just a New York accent, the way he says it, too.
There's
eating the dogs.
There's like 3 or 4 different songs that have been made. That's the best one out of all of them. But there's some other funny ones that I heard yesterday, too.
Hey, speaking of eating the dogs, where is our tater man in a foreign land? Is he still in his feelers?
I don't know. Sometimes he doesn't show up on Friday because he's probably out partying. It's 11 o'clock at night there. Anyway, Scott.
Yes, sir. I do have fake news.
You do have fake news. So hold on, let me give you your intro here. Of course, we got to do this professionally because I'm a professional. Breaking news from the PigskinPeete YouTube channel.
Hey, happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Don't let a cat cross you. Don't break a mirror. And don't walk under a ladder.
Yeah, don't do that. And don't do any of that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's time for Peete Podcast Fake News. Here's all the news we can fake for the week. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish fans are very upset over the loss to the Northern Illinois Huskies this past week. They are so outraged that they want to break several traditions and stop calling their team the Fighting Irish, but now call them the Notre Dame Pieces of Shite. Barry McClawkinner, who is the head of the petition and protester to change the name, is also recommending that the gold helmets go away, and from now on, the helmet will be the color of chocolate shite brown. 98% of students and faculty signed the petition. If such name does happen, the Pieces of Shite will have an even harder time finding any conference that will accept them. Rudy says he's fine with the change as long as he receives a letter jacket with a new name. And speaking of pieces of shite, the techno rave song Sandstorm that is played prior to the game start for the South Carolina Gamecocks has been permanently banned to play ever again. Over the past decade, the song has been the starting anthem for the Gamecocks, but now there has been sickness, pain, and permanent health damage associated with the hearing of the song. Dr. Michael Litteris, the head of the study of the music and health studies, has found many cases collaborating with the listening of Sandstorm. Pains and ailments in patients associated with the music are acute headaches, dizziness, arthritis, tinnitus, enlarged prostate, heart failure, premature ejaculation, shingles, sciatica, diabetes, broken bones, projectile vomiting, COVID-19, West Nile virus, malaria, Ebola, diarrhea, rectal bleeding, and excessive flatulence. Darube, the Finnish producer of the song in 1999, is in a care facility where he is deaf and can only mumble. Well, those teams out of the SEC realm are once again out screaming in the streets, having hissy fits and temper tantrums because 6 of the top teams in the AP ranking poll are all SEC teams. Dick Burns, an Ohio State fan, stated, "It doesn't matter what our team does. They just aren't going to place us on the top of the heap. We deserve to be there because we're Ohio State, and we have nice-looking uniforms, and we place little Buckeyes on helmets. We are the most styling and profiling team in college football." Dick Burns is a fashion designer and admits he knows nothing about the game of football, but I do know fashion, screen Burns, and Ohio State are the fashionistas of, what's the game called again? Because of the dumb assery of the comment, no one has retorted or disagreed with the Dick Burns diatribe. And lastly, Steve Spurrier wanted to try his hand in being a stand-up comedian. Spurrier said that he could run and gun for 10 minutes like any of the best of them. Spurrier got his 1 minute of fame when he starred on the famous podcast Kill Tony. All Spurrier could do was mumble and fart excessively for his 1 minute. The panel, including Tony Hinchcliffe, Adam Ray, who plays Dr. Phil, and Shane Gillis, tore Spurrier apart after his session. "Aren't you old enough that you have a rock for a Social Security card?" said Tony. Adam Ray then hit him with, "Why did Spurrier cross the road?" "Because he forgot where he parked his car." And Shane Gillis then hit a grand slammer with, "I hear you get Social Security sex, only once a month, but not enough to live on." Old Paul coach was so upset that he threw his Myrtle Beach visor on the floor and stumbled off the stage. His comedic career could be over unless he does another bold prediction that Florida will have a winning season and make it to a bowl game. And Peete Podcast Fake News is being brought to you by Jizz Fashion Stores. Now you can wear Jizz on your jeans, dress, or blouse all day. Jizz means fashion. Jizz men's fashion has Jizz jackets, shoes, and dress shirts with that Jizz look all over. And now baby batter fashion for the toddlers up to 6 years old. Little children will love their look in baby batter at Jizz Fashion Stores. Wear Jizz all over all the time. Visit our website at stepmomsarehorny.uk. At Hell's Angels Bar in Goose Creek, where it's Stabbing Friday. Yes, knife fighting will be happening in the Hell's Angels Octagon Ring, which is made up of 2 pieces of plywood and 3 old refrigerator boxes. It's going to be a shanking, cutting, bloodletting, knife fighting good time tonight at Hell's Angels Bar. Free popsicles for the little children. Hell's Angels Bar, right before Stumpy's Firecracker Stand in Goose Creek. How does a banana answer a phone? Yellow. Walking in the door heavy, Scott Kerr reporting.
Another amazing and fantastic fake news segment by Scott. Hey, but guess what? There is some more breaking news.
Okay.
Breaking news from the PigskinPeete YouTube channel.
I'm assuming Ballard knows what he's talking about here. I don't know why he would lie. I don't take him to be a liar. He says that Ray Tanner is stepping down as athletic director of South Carolina.
Wow.
I saw that. 247 is reporting it. He's going to go into like an advisory role. So basically he's retiring with a paycheck.
Well, what it sounds like to me is, hey, you can either take this advisory role or you can hit the fucking road, Jack. And he says, I'll take the advisory role. That's what it sounds like to me. First of all, kudos to South Carolina for doing this. It should have been done a long time ago. He might be one of the worst athletic directors in the entire country. And South Carolina fans will tell you that. Don't listen to me.
Not really. I mean, the baseball program's mostly been good. The women's basketball program's good. The basketball program's getting better.
Women's basketball program is definitely elite. I mean, they're best in the country right now.
Yeah.
And their baseball team has been right up there, too, as well.
Yeah.
I don't think Ray Tanner's all that. I think, listen, you're asking for some miracle work out of the South Carolina football program, and I'm not sure anybody can pull that off.
Well, I still hold the position that the football program should be better than it is. Geographically, they're in a perfect spot. They have the money. They're in the SEC. They whiff on hires. It really is what it comes down to. But you almost can't even make that excuse after 125 years or whatever, however long they've been playing oblong ball. I mean, they got one good with Steve Spurrier. I mean, Lou Holtz was even a fucking disaster there.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, Spurrier at least brought some money into the program. They added, upgrades to the stadium and all that were due to Spurrier and the money he represented.
We were talking about upsets in football this weekend. Speaking of South Carolina,
yeah,
I've got them beating LSU.
Yeah, I go back and forth on that. I've been picking South Carolina to upset them all week, and they might. But now I'm leaning more towards LSU. I don't know about I think it's a 7-point spread. I'm not betting that game. That's a tough one to pick, actually. I do like the under though. I like the under. It's in South Carolina.
Is it? Okay, so Williams-Brice, huh? Wow.
I think it's a 12. Yeah, it's a noon kickoff, and that's where game day is.
Really? Game days in Columbia? Wow.
Well, it would have probably been in Kentucky had Kentucky beat South Carolina, but since they didn't,
right.
I mean, I still think there's better games they could have gone to. I mean, a bunch of them actually. I don't know, West Virginia and Pitt. I mean, I know those aren't good teams, but it's a more interesting game than LSU and I don't know. I just what about the Apple Cup? What about the Civil War? Like, there's a bunch of other games that are going on, like rivalry games, where they could have taken that show to, but whatever.
Yeah, well, but Oregon gets a bunch. There's a bunch of those teams that get them quite often, and South Carolina doesn't.
True.
It's been
shitting on South Carolina.
It's been like what did I see? What year was? It's been over 10 years since game day's been to South Carolina. I think it was like 2013 or something. I can't remember. It was something around there.
Listen, just because South Carolina is finally good enough to beat Clemson on a regular basis doesn't mean you need to shit on them.
How are they good enough to beat us on a regular basis? They beat us once in the past 12 years.
Yeah, but they beat you year before last.
Not 12 years. Once in the past 9 years.
Okay, well, they beat you year before last, and they're fixing to beat you again this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, stop it, Slim. You gotta be
Slim must have been eating the dogs too. He's got fucking food poisoning.
I had some Chinese food last weekend. Yeah.
They're eating dogs. They're eating dogs.
What do y'all think about the 4 teams joining the Pac-12? Who's the 4 teams that are joining the Pac-12?
Yeah.
Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, and San Diego State.
All state teams. That's good.
If you were asking what I think about that, I think that's fucking. I mean, it's a group of 5 conference, essentially.
I mean, it's exactly what the Big 12's done.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Hey, listen, I don't want to get into a diatribe about this because we rehashed this Wednesday, but the whole Tyreek Hill incident, now he's asking for the cop to lose his job. I think it's just absolutely, utterly ridiculous.
Now,
do you? Well, go ahead.
Well, here's what I'll say about that. Because I said the cop should lose his job, so I don't disagree with him. I do think that I think the best thing he could have done in this situation is just bury it and move on. I don't think he needs to be. I don't think he needs to be out there publicly calling for the cop to lose his job. I really don't.
No.
I mean, you can think that, but you don't have to say it.
Do you know his reputation and his past criminal activity? I mean, ever since Oklahoma State, he's been in trouble.
So I've heard this argument. A lot of people, questioning Tyreek Hill's character, which is fully on base. I mean, yeah, he's been accused of doing some terrible things, but that has nothing to do with the traffic stop.
Well, no, it doesn't, but it shows poor judgment on his part is what I'm getting to. It shows that he's had poor judgment, and it shows that he's gotten away with it on the numerous occasions that he's been in trouble, from punching his girlfriend in the stomach, and she's pregnant.
Well, you're saying he got away with it.
Arm incident for a child.
You're saying he got away with it, but I mean, he went through the legal procedure and didn't get in trouble for it.
He didn't get any jail time. He got probationary time, and he was not. Then it was taken away. And then he's got a dozen kids by 6 baby mamas. I mean, okay, throw your seed out there, but golly, I mean, that's just, I don't know. It's all poor judgment on his part. I don't think he. Well, and the thing he screamed too, he tried to make it racist. That's just like a black man in America. A black man in America driving a $500,000 McLaren car. Give me a damn break.
I don't agree with the race thing either. I think those cops treat everybody like that.
Yeah. So that's all. That's all I want to say. I just think that very poor judgment on his part, and he shouldn't be screaming for the cop to lose his job.
Yeah, I think it's a bad look for him to do that. Yeah. I mean, he didn't get charged with anything. Just move on, bro. Yeah. I mean, I know he's mad. I'd be mad too, but
for God's sakes. More or less, it could have been. That's all it could have been, and it would have been done and over with in a short amount of time if he got heated. Look, we can all get heated when we get stopped by a cop. I understand that, but what I've learned again is that if a cop comes up and you've been speeding, the best thing you could say is, "I'm sorry, officer, I was speeding. How fast was I going?" That will de-escalate every damn thing.
Yeah. Well, I disagree. I disagree with you on this particular incident. To me,
you just want to start some shit, don't you, Pete?
No. To me, the only aggressive people in that entire altercation was the police, not him. He wasn't aggressive. But whatever. I mean,
I think it was 97% aggressive on his part, maybe 3 or 4% aggressive on the cop's part. But hey, that's just your opinion, my opinion. Okay, there we go.
yeah, we'll just have to agree to disagree.
There we go.
Jeremy, yes, I'm streaming tomorrow at noon.
It's all good. So what game are you streaming tomorrow?
Well, the noon game, so there's a bunch of them on there. I'm definitely going to check out the Missouri-Boston College game. That game doesn't come on until 12:45, and then the LSU and South Carolina game, I'll definitely keep an eye on that. What was the other one I said? Can't remember now. There's 4 or 5 good games on at noon. Where is it? Oh, Memphis and Florida State. Yeah. Alabama, Wisconsin is probably the one I'm least excited. I mean, it's a good matchup, I guess. I'm not really that interested in it though. I'll check it out.
What if Florida State loses again? Loses a third game.
Oh man.
That's really over for the program, kind of, sort of, isn't it?
I think their season's already over.
That's true. But
I think their season's already over. I mean, they've got 2 ACC losses. I don't see them recovering from that. They're going to lose at least one more, maybe 2, in the ACC. So there's Volusia. Well, he's in the chat. Are we sure Florida State will win? No, I'm not. I'm picking Memphis to win that game. I mean, what have any of us seen from Florida State that makes us think they're going to win that game? Other than the fact that they had a week off and it's in Florida State, that's it. I mean, the quarterback's no good. The defensive line's no good. Offensive line, I can't tell you what is good on that fucking team. Is there anything? The running back, maybe?
Well, we know the QB is no damn good.
You could make is the best argument you could make if they let you take the and off can do some good to get your head straight.
Yeah, I just don't think there's enough time left in eternity for DJ to become a good quarterback. So he's like,
but DJ has looked worse this year than we've ever seen him look.
Yeah, and that's a red flag there. That's a red flag there. He's supposed to be getting better.
I mean, how many years has he been playing college football now?
100. Well, I mean, he started 2 years at Clemson. He started 1 year at Oregon State. This is his 4th year as a starter.
His 4th year. Okay.
As a starter. But he's been in college football for 5 years.
Yeah.
And he played some in 2020.
He played, a little bit. He played against Notre Dame. That was the best game he's ever played. Whenever Trevor Lawrence had COVID.
Yeah.
He threw for 450 yards or something, and they still lost that game. But it wasn't because of him. I mean, he absolutely that was the best game he's ever played. It's not even particularly close. But he's just not any good, man. He's just not any good. I'm hoping.
And who's the backup? Who's their backup for Florida State? Is he?
They've got a freshman, right? Slim. Like, I don't know. I don't know. He might even.
The backup is that third stringer that played the bowl game.
Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name now.
Because the second stringer that got hurt in the Florida game, Rodemaker, he left.
Yeah, but no. So they have that guy that played. But they also have a true freshman that they recruited out of high school. I think that's supposed to. He's the next coming of Jesus type of deal. I don't know, high 4-star, 5-star, something like that.
He's a 4-star guy.
I'm sure somebody in the chat knows. Brock Glenn. See, there you go. Somebody in the chat knows. There's Seminole Seth. Seminole Seth. Who's better, Brock Glenn or whoever the guy that played last year? Who's better?
Well, I would have to say your third stringer from last year, just because he's already played some.
Well, the reason I ask is because you know that the conversation in Florida State land is going on. Once they bench DJ, who are we going to put in? And I'm sure they have different opinions on who they should put in. I would go with the younger guy if your season's already over. If you're planning on him starting next year, get him as many reps as you can this year. And just, I hate to say it, but just go ahead and concede the year.
Well, nobody's going to concede the year 2 games in. That's not a thing that's going to happen.
Okay, so I'm all confused now. Glenn is the guy from last year. Rodemaker transferred. So who is the freshman that I'm thinking of, or am I just wrong? I might have the wrong team. I don't know.
I'm asking.
You're asking the Google machine?
Yeah, I'm asking the Google
somebody told me yesterday. Well, I read it. Somebody didn't tell me. I read it. To not say the number 19 in Thai, I think it was. No, in French. Don't say the number 19 in French. Let's do it right now. Let's do an experiment because I haven't done it yet. I just now remembered. Let me see if I can ask Siri. Siri, what is the number 19 in French?
In French, the number 19 is le numéro 19.
The fuck? What's bad about? Did y'all hear something I didn't hear?
No.
I thought. Siri.
I heard gibberish.
What is the number 19 in French?
In French, the number 19 is le numéro 19.
Oh, she's giving it to you in
Oh, I think she says it's supposed to sound like licking on these nuts or something like that. That's what I heard.
Could have been.
The fuck am I doing?
Okay, beyond
TikTok shit, man. You spend too much time on TikTok.
It wasn't on TikTok. It was on X. I don't watch TikTok.
The depth chart is freshman Trevor Jackson, redshirt freshman Michael Grant, and redshirt sophomore Dylan McNamara.
Okay.
For Florida State.
All right. See you later, Volusia. You says signal bad. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that place is called China.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy, the only thing scarier than being in China is being in the middle of nowhere in China.
I also think that's a very convenient excuse for getting in your feelings and leaving and then not wanting to show up today.
Well, he showed up. He's in the chat. Vandy Dandy says they should start DJ one more time. Well, they're going to, so.
Yeah. Proof of that line of thinking is, Billy Napier. He's benched Lagway for Graham Cracker Mertz.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Well, didn't Mertz act like an ass?
Not that I know of.
Maybe it was last year he acted that way.
I'm not going to lie. That's a hard decision for me because for as much as we shit on Mertz, he's not going to lose you a football game. He threw 2 interceptions all of last year.
Oh, she said the number 19. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I would probably play Lagway, but what do I know? Mertz is more experienced, so you know what you're going to get from him. But I think Lagway has a much better upside than Mertz.
By the way, y'all see the Tua injury?
Well, I don't think anybody argues that, but with the with the way DJ plays, it's high risk, high reward.
Yeah. You're right.
Did you guys see the concussion that Tua got last night?
I heard it. I watched some of the game. I didn't see the part where he got injured. I just read it this morning that he got another concussion. Is that what happened?
Oh yeah, man. It's kind of his fault. Okay, he ran for the first down, could have slid, already passed the for the first down, and he just put his head down and ran into a Buffalo Bill, and knocked himself out. Well, he did knock himself out. He did get up, but yeah, he's under concussion protocol, and that's his fourth concussion.
That's his fourth concussion in the NFL, I think.
Yes.
So going back to college is probably another 3 or 4 in there. This guy is he might need to get out while the getting's good. Seriously. I hate to see that.
His contract, he just signed, what is it, 200 and some odd million contract? So I would think he feels obligated to play, but at the same time, if it's an injury that, he could really, really hurt himself, then he should look at it and say, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, he's going to be a vegetable if he doesn't get out.
I don't get this line of thought. Like, Troy Aikman led the league in concussions for a decade, and he's fine.
That's debatable.
Some can get through that and some can't, though.
That's debatable.
Just simple as that.
Yeah, I don't know. I would look. It's and here's the thing about Tua is he had that major leg injury and he was an injury prone even at Alabama, and the narrative when he got drafted was he's not going to last in the NFL. He's going to be injured all the time, and I mean he's been fairly okay. I mean he's had a couple of injuries here and there, but nothing serious. But head injuries are a different thing. That's not something because you're not strong enough or you don't, your physical fit, whatever the physical conditioning isn't good enough. Yeah, I mean, anybody's prone to getting knocked out. I mean, your brain has nothing to do with how you prepare. So with what we know about head injuries, I wouldn't fuck around with it. Now, I'm not him. I don't know how much money he's got, but I'm sure he's probably got enough money if he's being smart with his money and not blowing it. Like Tyreek Hill on $500,000 McLarens, that he should probably have enough money to be okay for the rest of his life if he retired today.
What do we know about head injuries? There's a whole bunch of theories. There's not a whole bunch of solid evidence for anything.
Yeah, there's solid evidence that fucking with your brain is bad, Slim. I don't know we know where you're going with this.
Well, you have people that have 20-year careers of getting knocked out in boxing that are fine.
All right. If you get brain damage, it doesn't heal. You break a leg, it heals. You get brain damage, you're done. There's nothing they can do.
Right.
So, I mean, if you want to play with that fire, that's certainly up to you. But the idea that there's no evidence that brain injuries are bad for you, I don't even know where you're coming from with that.
I didn't say they're good for you, but you act like he's going to kill over dead or something.
No, but he might have major cognitive problems throughout the rest of his life if he continues to get concussions.
Right.
He might not.
All right. Well, would you play with that fire?
For that kind of money? Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. There ain't enough money on the planet for me not to be able to fucking think or talk or put my pants on.
Because that's the thing. What we really don't know is your chance. What are your chances of ending up in that condition?
Well, I'll tell you what your chances are. Significantly higher every time you have brain injury.
Yes.
Sure. But if it's a 5% chance because you end up with a bunch of concussions.
All right, so how many concussions is good enough before you decide to hang it up? I mean, the guy's had probably close to 10, and I don't even know how many he had when he was in Pee-wee football. His dad was basically a fucking drill sergeant. He probably had fucking 10 concussions by the time he was 10.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. But that's my whole point. Nobody knows.
And he spent some money on mine, too.
You have guys that had only a handful, and yeah, they found out they had CTE and had problems, and you have guys that had 50 and they're fine.
I know somebody that smoked for 40 years and never got lung cancer. So there's no evidence that smoking is bad for you.
Right, exactly.
Well, that's a dumb argument. Nobody said it is good for you.
I agree. I agree. It's a retarded argument. I couldn't agree more. These people with all these concussions end up on more pills than Scott Kerr. Good morning.
Oh, and he runs away. And he fucking runs away. You know what, Lou? Let me tell you something.
Oh, no.
Even though I'm 69, I'm more of a badass than you'll ever be in 5 fucking lifetimes. Okay? Just know that. All right? I have done more, laid more women than any that you'll ever do. So, you go on and with the old age bullshit.
Scott's out here laying more pipe than Tyreek Hill. Look at him.
Damn right I am.
Laying more pipe than Tyreek Hill and Shannon Sharp combined.
Will ever have in 5 of his fucking lifetimes.
Damn it, son.
I hope Mrs. Kerr isn't anywhere near you right now.
Fucking coward.
We have to answer some questions to Mrs. Kerr in a couple minutes. I heard you on the Midday Show with Pete talking about how much pipe you lay. Exactly how much pipe did you lay, Scott?
Do you really want? God, I once counted it. It was ranging over
your best interest to plead the fifth.
Well, maybe so.
I was curious. He's about to give us a number. I don't know. Were you talking about 50, 100? Are you Wilt Chamberlain?
300 and some odd.
300? Holy shit! Ah, damn, man, it's a miracle you can walk.
Remember, I was a disc jockey for 25 years, so.
Yeah. Boy, it's sad what's happened to the disc jockey, isn't it, Scott?
What? Pardon me?
It's pretty sad what's happened to that industry. Well, you still work in the industry, but you work mostly in podcasts now, don't you?
No, I still work in the actual radio industry, but yeah, it is sad what's going on. There's there's a lot of firings going on, a lot of layoffs. It's favorable for me because I sell syndicated radio. So, but it
used to be though, like even the local disc jockeys here in Charleston were, semi-famous, right? I mean, they were local famous. Like they would do a lot of appearances, and like you would, if you saw them out in public, you would say, "Hey, that's so and so." If I ran into whoever the #1 rated disc jockey in Charleston is right now, he could fucking be behind me in Publix. I wouldn't fucking know who he is. I have no idea.
It's true. It used to be that you would go out and you had a little fame, or you had a little notoriety, but no, not this day and age. I mean, I would say in this market, Kelly Golden, who's on the news talk station, she's pretty well known and well liked, and yeah, she would be recognizable.
You see, I don't know who she is. I have no idea who she is.
But she does the mornings on the news talk station. Maybe 2 girls and a guy. The Mike Edwards and Brooke Ryan and Tanya Brown. Yeah, they might be.
Oh, okay, so maybe there are some that people would recognize. I don't know who any of those people are.
They've been in the market for quite some time.
I can't even tell you.
I
can't even tell you the last time I've listened to FM radio.
Right.
I mean.
I have it in the car. I will be honest. I'll listen more to Sirius XM for the music more than anything. And I will listen every once in a while to the classic hit station here in the market. But I keep it on the news talk. If I'm driving, going to the store, then it's probably on that.
I should time you out for saying that, Vandy Dandy. Type it one more time. I'm timing you out for 24 hours. Who is MJG? Jesus Christ.
I mean, I get Scott's point. It sucks, but it's also kind of the natural evolution of things. I mean, nobody felt bad for the wagon wheel makers when they went out of business because of car tires.
Well, it's not going. Look. Radio is still very viable. It's still like 88% of Americans listen to radio, every single week. They listen in morning and afternoon drive. That's where,
I seriously question that because
it's been solidified. Well, it's in Nielsen ratings. You can look it up. But
I get it, but what I'm saying is like, and I guess I'm using my own experience as an example, but I've listened to FM radio once in the past 6 years.
Well, yeah. Well, you're driving your truck, and what do you listen to? Sirius XM, or you listen to your own music? What?
Either music, or I put on a podcast and listen to it.
Yeah, I think that's the same with me. Now I listen to Sirius XM, but I only listen, and there's 100 and something stations on there. I only listen to like 3, so I don't even know why I need the other 97. But I listen to ESPN because they do ESPNU, so the college football and college sports station on there. A couple of music channels, and that's really it. But I don't even know how to turn on the FM radio in my car. I really don't. I could probably figure it out.
It's easy. I'll come over to your house and show you how to do it, Pete, someday.
I probably just have to.
I could even tell you when it was the last time I listened to the FM radio. It was in my truck. And what was that, about 6 months ago when everybody's cell phones quit fucking working?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's still viable in morning and afternoon drive. I mean, I represent a morning show. I represent a show that can be played mornings, afternoons, or nights. And I also represent a show of a guy who's the talent at KLOS in Los Angeles. And arguably, he's the funniest person on the radio today, and he's blowing up. And he does extremely well with the ratings in LA. But yeah, I mean, I've got great syndicated shows to offer. So when they do lose talent, because what happened to radio? Corporations took over radio. Radio was never meant to be a corporate subsidized business. It should be always mom and pop radio.
Yeah.
It should have always been a local business organization. And that's what happened. When they deregulated radio in the 90s, that's when radio that's what the demise of the industry. So, I'll admit, I know that there's been a lot of decline because, there's more in your panel in your car to make choices of. Either your Bluetooth, if you want to listen to that, or you want to listen to to Sirius XM or whatever it may be.
I don't even think it's the satellite radio that ruined FM, because I think that there's still a lot of people that aren't willing to pay for radio, so they'll still listen to FM. I think what's killing continues to kill regular FM terrestrial radio, whatever you want to call it, is podcast, because there's low overhead for that. There's nobody to have to answer to. They don't have to kowtow to the advertisers. I mean, they might have to kowtow to their own sponsors, but not really. If somebody's sponsoring a podcast, they already know what the content is before they offer them a sponsorship. So they don't have to. There's certain things you can't say. So yeah.
There's a million podcasts out there now, though, which never used to be, and that has increased just in the past decade. I mean, it's become major. And of course, there's some great podcasts out there. There's, of course, Joe Rogan. There's, I love Theo Vaughn. I don't know if you listen. Yeah,
Theo's hilarious.
He's hysterical. The Kill Tony podcast with all the comedians.
Yeah.
A lot of the comedians, Tom Segura's got a great podcast. I mean, those guys, but I'm not one that really sits down and listens to podcasts. Now, part of our company does represent podcasters.
Okay.
And yeah, we do. We represent a number of podcasters.
Well, it's the go-to. If you're already somewhat famous for something else, you just start a podcast, you have an instant audience. It's different than somebody who nobody knows and is starting from the ground up. But every person that gets fired from somewhere, like they immediately start a podcast. Like RG3 just got fired from ESPN, right? I think he's got a podcast now. Johnny Manziel just started a podcast.
Well, yeah, and he's been on his apology tour, if you noticed.
Yeah, well, but he was the guest picker the other day on a couple of weeks ago on Game Day at A&M. and it was like a commercial for his podcast. He mentioned it at least 5 times.
Well, I saw him on Shannon Sharp really doing the apology tour there, and I think I saw him on.
He's not
something else.
apologizing.
Well, he was telling his bad habits is what he was telling about, why he did what he did and how he acted.
I get the feeling that he's eating this shit up.
Well, now he is because he's getting attention. Yeah, because he had to kind of go away.
Speaking of A&M quarterbacks, an A&M guy I follow on Twitter put out there this morning that Connor Wheatman is out for the Florida game.
Oh.
He's technically listed as questionable, but this person said, he got dumped on his throwing shoulder.
That might not be a bad thing. I don't think Weedman's very good. I don't know who their backup is.
Last year, man, I don't know what happened to him.
Well, the quarterback whisperer Jimbo Fisher's not there to hold his hand anymore.
He had one on each shoulder. He had Jimbo Fisher and Bobby Petrino.
Oh yeah, Petrino too. I forgot about him.
Gentlemen, I got to jump off because I got to go. I got to cook my dog some food.
You got to cook your dog some food.
Yeah, I cook them once a week. Some turkey meat and with some rice, veggies, and all that.
God damn! I don't know who takes better care of their dogs, you or the rooster man.
I love my doggies, so they get good food. Yeah, because the dry food is, I give them some dry food, one of them, but it's just not good for them. So always give them some turkey, which they love and eat up. So got to do that. It's my Friday to do so.
All right.
Hey, have a great weekend, everyone. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Well, if reincarnation's real, I want to come back as either Scott or Rooster.
I was just about to say that. I've already said that. Yeah, they can put a little silly fucking hat on me and roll me around in a goddamn stroller.
Right? Fuck it. I don't care.
I wonder if Rooster Man is still. Well, first of all, I guess I should mention this. He's got a GoFundMe going. I guess for some medical bills. His wife is sick or something in the hospital, which I hate to hear that. I hope that doesn't affect their ability to come on the cruise. But if they do come on the cruise, can you bring service animals on a cruise? I don't even know where they'd shit.
I heard him. I was on one of his shows. This was probably a month ago, maybe even more. And he was talking about that very thing, and I don't think so. Like, service animals are allowed, but it's like they have to be service animals.
Like to help you even just like physically, right? Like if you're blind, like if you're blind.
Seeing eye dog.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, you can't have a blind person on a cruise ship without a dog. That'd be a disaster, wouldn't it? It might fucking fall over the edge. Okay.
Or like those dogs that are trained. I've seen those dogs that are trained to know if you're fixing to have a seizure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. I'm sure is allowed.
But just not an emotional support animal. Can't do that.
I don't think so.
Right. Which is what they are.
I mean, if that be the case, I need to bring my emotional support rifle.
Yeah, it's not happening. That's definitely not happening. Nate could use a service animal. I'm actually being serious about that. He probably should have one.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing.
See, he heard me. There's Nate. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, if you had like a dog with you all the time, like it would keep you from wandering off and getting lost, which you have a tendency to do.
And he's always talking about picking up chicks.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point.
Way to do it.
That's a great point. Well, you ought to be, Nate. You ought to be walking around fucking Omaha every day with a good looking service animal.
German Shepherd, put one of them down jacket looking things on them.
Yeah, the only thing better than the bowling alley and the bus station is a dog. Shit, take a dog to the beach? Forget about it. Every chick in a bikini for 5 miles is going to stop and talk to you to pet your dog.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a great idea. You need to, Nate, you need to talk to your mom immediately about this. I think we solved your problems.
This could work for you too, Ballard, if you're listening.
Yeah, Ballard. Nate says he's going to get it right on that. Good.
Yeah, watch Nate end up with like a ferret or some shit.
And if you got a job at that zoo. Take the dog to the zoo too? Shit.
Well, I don't know. You got to be careful. He might hop in that lion pen and think it's just another cat. I'm going to fuck with him. And then get fucked up.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I don't know. He could work in like the, you know how when you go to the zoo, they have like the big cat area, and then they have like the elephant area and all that, but it's all separated. He could work, and they always have that, or most of them do anyway. They have like a bird section. That's basically like a fucking giant bird cage that you walk in and look at all the birds.
Oh, yeah.
He could work in the bird section. I don't think he'll get hurt there.
I mean, it's not the worst idea I've heard.
I mean, clean up bird shit and, fill the bird feeder. That's like pretty much your job there.
Which, I mean, if you have the dog I didn't even have to train one dog I had years ago. He ate his own shit. So the dog may clean up the shit for you.
Nate's profile picture is a dog. What's up, Nate?
What's up? Yeah, that's my pet dog, Duke. Yeah.
That's a good name.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cute dog too.
He's a healer, so he's a really hyper dog.
He's a what? A healer?
Yeah,
I've never even heard of that.
It's a hyper dog, yeah. Which
it looks like a collie. It looks like fucking Lassie to me.
Yeah.
Well, it basically, it kind of does look like a collie, but it's not really.
Doesn't A&M prance that fucking Lassie looking dog out there too?
Yeah, I think they do.
See, Miami had one of those years ago. They had a boxer.
Yeah, dogs.
By the way,
Dogs are about one of the only animals that is acceptable to bring on the sideline of a football game.
Oh, here we go. Listen, there is nothing wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with having a buffalo on the sideline. Okay.
I had to lay into my brother yesterday. My brother was in town. We're dealing with my dad's estate and everything. So my brother drove into town, and while he was in here, he called me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to meet up and grab a bite to eat?" And I was like, "Yeah." So we're out to eat. So he has 3 daughters, but he has twins, the older ones, and they go to they go to Auburn. And so he's going to the game tomorrow. He said he's driving to Auburn to go to the game with them tomorrow night. And we're sitting there talking about the game, and he goes, "Have you ever seen when they have that eagle fly around the stadium before the game?"
Yeah.
And he was all excited about it. Boy, I said, "Let me tell you something." I said, "Let me tell you something. It's all fun and games until that fucking eagle lands on your head and rips your eyeball out with its claws." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Just wait. You wait. It's going to happen."
So you mean tell me then that now Miami has the Cavender twins and Auburn has the Peete twins?
Yeah, the Peete twins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the I don't know what I would call my brother.
Well, I'm just going for simplicity.
Brother
Yeah.
Pete? I don't know.
I guess technically he's a Pete. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit happened at the Seahawks game. I made a video about that when it happened.
Oh yeah.
It was a Monday Night Football game.
Get his eyes pecked out.
No. That thing landed on that man's head. A fucking Seahawk.
Now, was he
So let me tell you something. You pay $200 for a ticket. I don't know if he lived there or not. He might have had to drive and get a hotel. He might have been $1,000 deep, and he's sitting there, and a goddamn giant fucking raptor lands on this guy's head while he's trying to watch a football game. The fuck?
You're
I'd be
way more mad about it than that guy was.
I would be mad. I would have snatched that fucking bird right off the top of my head and fucking slammed it down on the ground.
Maybe Pete just don't like wild animals.
I'd like wild animals in the wild.
Like, I still maintain Alabama needs an elephant on their sideline.
Oh
But
shit!
Clemson needs a tiger on their
No,
sideline.
yeah, goddamn tiger.
On their sideline.
Yeah, that would end. That would be great. Fucking
What does
tiger.
Nebraska have? Never mind. They don't have.
Nebraska doesn't have any. Don't they have a guy running around dressed as a fucking ear of corn or something? Like you with your corn hat?
I mean, there's Herbie the Husker, but that's about it.
Yeah, a corn man.
Now I did a search up that Michigan used to have a live Wolverine back in 1900s in the cage.
An actual Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Jesus Christ. What are we doing?
Well. not now. It's just not now. It's just it was back in the 1900s, like I said.
What's wrong with that,
And
Pete?
What's right? What's right with it? That's what I want to know. Nothing. It's totally pointless.
I mean,
Well, let me guess. They rescued the Wolverine from the wild.
Let me see. I can't remember.
It was an
Probably.
injured Wolverine, and they saved its life.
Right. Of course they did.
You know what? No. You know what's even better? They might have stolen them.
Hey, guess what? We're going to do you a big favor. We're going to save your life and then lock you in a cage for the rest of your life. Great.
Well,
sounds fun.
They might have stolen them from the wild.
Of course they did, Nate.
Science.
I mean, do you think a Wolverine just walked up on campus and they said, "Oh, look, it's a little cute Wolverine. Let's keep him"? No. Of course they went in the wild and got it. Have you ever seen a Wolverine before, Nate? No.
Not in person. But
No.
in pictures, yeah.
Yeah, in cages.
Yeah, they're no joke.
The only tigers I've ever seen is in a cage.
Lately,
Huh?
you renewed your PETA membership lately?
No, fuck Peter too. They don't even want you to own pets. They're insane.
Oh yeah. And about the service dog thing, yeah, I would love that actually. I can even bring him to work too.
Yeah.
I mean,
You could have one of those, almost like a blind person, but you're not blind. But you know how they have like the little bar that they hold on to, and the dog leads them around. You could do that, and if you start to like wander off where you're not supposed to be, the dog will just pull you the other way. That's what you need.
yeah, I mean, I am disabled, but yeah, I get your point. Yeah.
And then every 5 seconds, some chick will be coming up going, "Oh my God, what a cute dog! Can I pet it?" And then I mean, that's your opening. Strike up a conversation with her. Hey, do you have a dog? Yes, I have a dog. Oh, well, there's a dog park close to here. Would you like to get our dogs together and play? This is how you got to do it, Nate.
Play date.
I mean,
Play date.
I did make a girl blush on one stream. I forgot what stream, but
Well, you can blush out of embarrassment too, though, Nate. I mean, did you show her your hammer or something, and she blushed?
no. She liked my. Well, what's weird is she liked my chin. I don't know why, but I made her blush. Chin, the way I don't know. It's weird. And plus I'm not trying to be mean.
Pete, have you ever met a chick that's into chins?
Chins?
Isn't that what he said?
That's even worse than feet.
But no, I don't think
A fucking chin. What do you? She liked your chin?
I don't know. That's what she said. I think.
Wow. I don't know. That might be an insult.
But
like she's looking at you and going, the only thing I can think to say to compliment you on is your chin.
Yeah, that's a little. That's what. Well, here's the thing. She's disabled too, so she doesn't special.
Oh,
Olympics.
okay.
So I do Special Olympics too, so I kind of match.
Well, you should have wowed her with your athletic prowess at Special Olympics.
Yeah.
I should have. Yeah.
She would have took one look at you in that costume, and her clothes would have just fell right off. That Wolverine costume.
I told her I lived in Nebraska, and she guess where she lived.
Did you tell her you came in 12th place in the Slob Olympics?
Shut up. No, I actually, what was I saying? Shit.
Oh my god.
So she actually lives in Ohio, so we both relate.
Oh. Long distance relationship. Yeah, you don't need that.
Not really.
Actually, you know what? A long distance relationship might be better for you. Actually, now that I think about it.
You think?
Yeah.
We can always meet up at the zoo.
You could just see her like 3 or 4 times. You know, every time you go out of town, like to the Slob Olympics and to the fucking mountain cabin circle jerk thing, like you could bring her along like as your date, and that'll be the 3 or 4 times you see her every year is when you go on one of these trips. You could bring her to Vegas, Nate.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you can't. It's a guy's trip.
Yeah.
But you could bring her all the other places though.
Right.
I thought you weren't going to Vegas, Nate.
I am.
He says he is.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that reminds me. I got news this morning. I'm sure everyone's heard me talk about my dad being buried at Arlington National Cemetery. So we've been waiting back to hear from them. So they set a date. It's January 22nd, which is 2 days before I go to Vegas? 3 days before I go to Vegas.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well.
So, but it should be fine. I should be back.
Or is it from you up to Arlington?
It's like 8 hours. It's about 8 hours from here to DC, which is where it is. So yeah.
Well, actually, sorry. So basically, Lou sent me a flight information like flight prices. I mean, he was looking out for me to look at flight prices.
Yeah, so we changed it a little bit. Originally, it was supposed to be from the 26th through the 31st, I think. Anyway, it was Monday through Friday. And I went on... Well, first of all, I went on the Caesars app to book my room, and I realized normally I don't get weekends free. Usually it's just Monday through Friday when they'll comp my room. Well, they comped it... Yeah. Saturday and Sunday were both comped on the schedule. Then I went and looked at flights because I was going to fly out Monday. And so I checked the Monday flights, then I was like, let me check the Sunday flights and see if they're any cheaper. Well, they were about the same. So then I said, let me check Saturday's flights since I have comped room on the weekend. Saturday flight was like $175 cheaper than either Sunday or Monday. So
yeah,
I bought that. I went ahead and booked a ticket for Saturday the 25th through Thursday the 30th. And got the rooms all comped for that for those 5 days.
So yeah, speaking of 25th, June 25th, that was my first dates that. So I did book 2 reservations because I got confused because I'm not used to booking, but so we did cancel the first reservation I did the 25th to the 29th. We've canceled that one, so me and my dad can go on January 27th to the 31st, which is some guys are going.
So that's like
right?
Tuesday through Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So well, yeah, I'm leaving on Thursday. I think Lou's staying a whole week. He's going to be there Saturday to Saturday,
Man,
which
loves that place.
surprised me because the last time we went, we were all pretty much ready to leave after 4 days. Like the last day was just me and Lou there. Everyone else had already left, and I mean we were both ready to leave at that point. I know I was.
Yeah.
I was out of money and out of patience. So.
Well, okay. Here's my list for betting. I'm not gonna. Well, I'm just gonna do sports betting. That's all I'm gonna do. There. Well, maybe old time slots. So, those pull down.
What about roulette? We got to get you on the roulette wheel at least once.
Okay, I'll try that.
Got to throw some dice at least one time.
Oh yeah. We got to get you on the craps table, Nate. You might be a fucking ringer. We don't. You might be like a savant.
I'm pretty good at dice.
You're pretty good at rolling dice. That's good.
Yeah.
I'll bet on you when you're rolling.
So, well, I don't know. It's a craps, right? So what is the good numbers? Do you have to match the?
Oh, it would take too long for me to explain craps to you. There's so many different. I mean, there's a million different bets you can make. As far as a roller, it's simple. You don't want to roll a 7 or 11 unless it's on the come out, unless it's on your first roll. So that's pretty much it. Huh?
So
said no snake eyes either.
Yeah, no snake eyes either.
So snake eyes, it's basically saying you can't look away while rolling, right?
Well, snake eyes, I don't. Now, see, here's the thing. I don't know if Lou's still in here. I think with snake eyes, unless you bet on the actual snake eyes to hit, which is like a side circus bet, I think everybody loses, but I don't think you lose your chance to roll, though. I think you can keep rolling. You don't crap out on snake eyes.
Oh.
Everyone just loses their bet, which is bad. At a table full of people and you lost them a bunch of money, they don't like that, Nate. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, they might jump you.
So, okay.
You split tents in front of people at a blackjack table, they get a little
I'm not
about that too.
Yeah.
I'm not retired like Paul. I'm sorry. As blackjack.
Craps is funny because if you're a hot roller and you roll, say, 20, 30, 40 times, everyone at the table, I mean, you're like their fucking hero, right? But if you go out there and roll only 3 or 4 times and you crap out, then nobody wants, like, people get up and move away from you, like you're bad luck or something.
You'll get the stink eye in that casino the rest of the time you're there.
Yeah. People at the craps table are the funniest people to watch too, because they all have these rituals and shit, like when they roll, they'll like do the dice a certain way and blow on them and fucking do all kinds of tricks with it and throw and slam them down and pick them up, slam them down, pick them up. It's like, go ahead, just roll the fucking dice, man. What are you doing? Spending 30 seconds with your stupid fucking ritual. It's not going to make a difference.
I mean, I'm kind of one of those people, but not those people that takes a fucking long time. But so.
Oh yeah, Nate's gonna break down into breakdancing moves with the dice and pop up and throw them.
I love when you see somebody that's like that does all these rituals and then they fucking crap out like after 2 rolls. It's like, bro, you just wasted everybody's time and money for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think I went to a casino once and that's about it. And I think that was in Michigan somewhere. Michigan because I was visiting some family, so. I think I was only doing. Well, actually, I did bet some sports games for college football, and boy, I sucked. That one. And the funny thing is, I think I bet like $100 or someone on some team. I think it was Boise State and they were versus either Utah or something like that.
You lost.
And I lost. I was keeping track of that game like nonstop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Welcome to gambling. Yeah. That's usually how that happens.
And I think I bet a second game.
It's the only thing that can get Pete interested in a baseball game.
Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I won 2 baseball games yesterday betting, and I lost. I bet the Monday night game. I think I lost that. Yeah, I did.
So, what sport is easier to bet, baseball or football?
I don't know if there's such thing as an easy sport to bet.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
You know, the only thing that sucks about even still using the app as much as I travel, I can only use it when I'm at home.
Oh, that's right, because you're in Tennessee, so it's legal there.
Yeah. But, it's not legal in Arkansas. So if I'm driving through Arkansas and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that the line went down, I want to grab it here or whatever, I can't do that
Yeah.
unless I'm in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I set up when I was in Cherokee, not last time, but the time before that anyway, they had some promotion going on. They're trying to get people to download their app for betting. And so I was able to do it while I was there. And I actually won money, but I don't even think I can get my money out. It won't even let me, because once I get back into South Carolina, it won't let me do anything. I think I got like $60 sitting in that account. I need to check that, actually. Try to find a way to get my money. Pay Pete.
Hashtag free Pete's money.
Yeah, pay Pete. What are you doing?
Hey, I have a question for you two. How big are pumpkin patches for like normal pumpkin patches? I know you don't really go.
Well, I'm a 43-year-old. I'm a 43-year-old straight man, so I don't go to pumpkin patches, Nate.
No, I'm saying like if
And I'm married too.
I know what I'm saying.
Well, wait a minute. Now that doesn't, like, my wife wanted to take the kids to a pumpkin patch to get pumpkins for Halloween. So I've been to a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, well.
No, the reason I'm asking,
You're fixing to go now. I'm gonna tell Mrs. Pete. Y'all
No,
go to a pumpkin
she
patch.
does go. She does go every year, and she goes. We're her and her sister, and we're taking the kids to the pumpkin patch. You want to go? And I just go, no, I'm not.
No, well,
pumpkin patch.
The reason I'm asking because I'm wondering how big is the pumpkin patch. That's all.
As big as they decide to make it.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge pumpkin patch here that has like fucking food courts.
I bet Halloween's probably amazing in Omaha. All those corn. Is there like corn, like a hayride through the cornfield type shit going? I guarantee there is.
Well, no, but
I've done corn maze.
Yeah, corn maze.
There is a corn maze.
Maze.
And the corn maze. There's a freaking apple cannon. You can shoot apples through a cannon. I'm not even joking.
You can shoot apples through a can. I'll sign me up for that.
Yeah.
I've got one of those. It's a homemade potato gun, but anything you stuff down the barrel, it'll shoot out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's big. It's not really the personal size ones, but yeah, you have to. Yeah, and there's like freaking slides for fucking kids.
That's the most Nebraska thing I've ever heard. Shooting apples out of a cannon.
There's many stuff to do there, but I'm not saying you should go there because you're all grown man. So I'm not trying to.
Shooting ears of corn out of a cannon. Yeah, that would be better. Why don't they do that?
What?
Shoot corn out of a cannon, like an ear of corn.
I don't know. It might work.
Hey, you can probably get like 10 of them in there, so it's buckshot style.
Well, that's probably gonna get it clogged. I don't know.
Austin says, "Dang, Pete, sounds awful about the raccoon accident. I feel bad for you and the raccoon." I posted on the X yesterday because I saw videos. It's what reminded me of it. I still think about that fucking raccoon. It was a rabid raccoon that I ran over. It ran out in front of my car, in the middle. It was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. This fucking raccoon was walking. It was walking down the street, and I could see that it was rabbit. It was all skinny and fucked up looking. Have you ever seen a rabid animal before?
Oh yeah.
They just look fucked up. You could tell immediately that they're especially if it's a raccoon in the daytime walking down the middle of the fucking street.
So you're saying they're ugly?
So I slowed down because it was walking down like right on the edge of the road in the grass. So I slowed down because I was going like 50 miles an hour. I slowed down when I saw it, and I was creeping probably about 15 miles an hour. And at the very last I'm looking at the thing on the side of the road. At the very last second, it sees me, it sees the car, and it gets spooked, and it fucking runs right under my car. And I just fucking put ba-boom, ba-boom. And like I fucking ran over it with both the front and the back tires. So then I stopped, and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and the fucking thing it like pops up in the air. It lands back on its feet, and I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe it's able to walk. It walked about, I don't know, 25, 50 yards and just fucking collapsed. I was like,
oh, damn.
I felt bad for that damn thing.
You're right, and it was rabid. I mean, you probably did it a favor.
Well, that's exactly what I said in my tweet. I said, I know I did it a favor because it was probably suffering. But still.
So basically, yeah.
Was your window open or closed?
No, my windows were closed.
So, Pete, you were saying
he might have popped up and ate your face off.
Oh shit! Right.
So basically, you're saying, Pete, that you made the rabid raccoon did a gymnastics trick, and then
yeah, I couldn't believe that thing. That must have been the rabies still in it. I fucking ran that thing over twice, and it still popped up and had enough energy to walk a little bit before it died.
Yeah.
That thing was all jacked up on fucking rabid steroids.
I guess that raccoon never got its rabies shot.
I guess not.
So yeah, the pumpkin patch name.
Yeah, there's a job for PETA. Why aren't they out here vaccinating raccoons and shit?
Somebody just said something about foxes being rabid. I don't think I have a video about that. I might have deleted it.
They could.
Are you sure that an armadillo that invaded your yard wasn't rabid?
I don't think armadillos get rabies. Maybe they do. Hell, I don't know.
I don't know how they do.
Humans can get rabies, so why can't an armadillo?
Well, somebody told me that they carry leprosy. They can spread leprosy. Armadillos can, which I think is true. But
what the fuck is leprosy?
Oh God!
I think that's an old wives' tale.
No, I think it's actually true. Like if you test most armadillos, they carry it, and they can spread it, but I don't think it's very easy. But then again, you see these people all over YouTube that have armadillos as pets, and they're inside their house, and I'm not talking about in a cage, like a cat.
Yeah.
Like that's what the fuck are we doing? Why, first of all, who would want? It looks like an insect with a shell. I mean, it looks like an insect with like fur on it. If you look at the underside of it, it looks like a beetle or something. They're disgusting animals.
Yeah, and okay, who made like leprosy?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, sir.
Those things are disgusting looking.
Is leprosy like leprechaun juice or what? Or what is?
Yeah, yeah. What's that horror movie? Now it's Halloween time. The Leprechaun. Yeah, he looks. Yeah, that's how you look when you have leprosy. Like the leprechaun.
Well, the reason I asked because I mean, well.
Oh, here it is.
I didn't know what it was.
Hold on. Here's the rabid fox attack. I found it. Here it is.
Man, oh, my fucking back hurts. Sorry. I'm an old man in a young man's body.
that woman just absolutely punched that fox. Now she got bit though. I mean that thing was. Look, there we go. Look at it.
God dang, that's
still no funnier video on. There is no funnier video on the internet than that old man whacking that gator with a frying pan.
Oh yeah. Well, that woman probably had to go to the damn immediately to the doctor and get something done. She got bit. I thought rabies is incurable. I think it is for the most part. I think like 90% of the people that die, that get rabies do die. There's been some people that have lived, but I think the key with that is you got to get to the doctor like immediately. The earlier the better. Like once you start feeling sick, I think it's too late for them to do anything.
I've heard that. Like rabies got the highest mortality rate.
Yeah. That's like that's an ancient disease. That thing's been around since the beginning of time.
So I miss the good old days when you just got like, dysentery or scurvy or something.
Now they have, you get rabies shots for your pets. How come they don't have them for people? I'm being serious. Like, let's say that you're somebody whose either job or maybe just your lifestyle, you're always out in like the woods or whatever, where you're subjected to animals with rabies. Like, is there no shot for that?
I don't know.
I don't either. Seems like there should be. Or if you work at a zoo, like Nate.
Me?
Okay, just keep it simple. The people that work for animal control.
Yeah, there you go. That's a perfect example. Yeah.
Are we talking about the animal service, whatever you call it now?
Animal control.
Or animal control.
Yeah, the dog catcher.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds fine. But yeah,
Oh, so Yoda says you can. He says people can get the rabies shot. So there you go. I didn't know that.
I mean, is it like the tetanus shot? Is it something you got to update every once in a while?
Well, I mean, with animals, that you have to do it every year, right? So I don't know if I guess it has a shelf life. I don't think it's like a one and done type thing.
Well, fuck, nothing is one and done anymore. There used to be, one polio vaccine. Now you get 6 of them.
Yeah.
I got a flag for you guys.
Pick your booster.
What'd you say, Nate?
I got a flag
Get your
for you
booster.
guys. It's a
Yeah, it's a flag. It's a Michigan flag. I can see it.
no, not a Michigan flag.
What?
Not a Michigan flag. It's a House of Biden flag.
Oh, well, there's a Michigan logo on it.
And look at this.
Oh, it's a Nebraska.
It's red, too.
Okay, it's a Nebraska and Michigan flag. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not a house divided. You're a two-teamer, so you're house connected, I guess.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't think your parents are Nebraska fans.
No. The Nebraska fans is my mom, and my brother. So
Yeah.
the Michigan fan is my dad and me, I think. Well,
So you just told your mom to shove it, right? Because you've disowned Nebraska at the wrong time, by the way, because they're a better team than Michigan is.
right.
So you picked the wrong team in the wrong year, I guess.
I don't know if Nebraska is better than Michigan, but
I think they are. I mean, well, time will tell, but
I mean they could be. They could be, but Nebraska, I mean Michigan did play Texas.
Nate's got a here. I'll show you. I'll put it on the screen for you. Nate's got an American flag hanging off his house. You know what that means?
Domestic terrorist.
America.
That's what they told me. They said somebody told me that if you have an American flag hanging out off your house, then they know who you're voting for. Is that true?
I don't know who. I have no idea who I'm voting for.
I said so. Wait. I said
It's a racist flag.
I said so. Let me get this straight. If you have an American flag outside of your house, that means does that mean that liberals hate the flag? I don't understand. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
No, I think that's absolutely true.
You do?
Liberals Liberals hate America and everything it stands for. That's why they're trying to fundamentally change it.
No. But they hate the flag though.
Yep.
And there's a Michigan flag and here's a Michigan flag too, but that's just for it's
Y'all are spreading hate, Nate. I need to stop doing that.
So I've been in Naples. Oh, sorry. I don't know how the hell I got this from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, now you're doing business dealings in Saudi Arabia too? Jesus.
New Orleans. That's where my mom visited.
All right, let's not relive you trying to put a magnet on the refrigerator because that was a disaster last time you did it.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just showing the magnets. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, we're having a tour of the magnets on Nate's fridge.
That's not my fridge, but Wisconsin. I'm gonna try and
clean some of the junk off your fridge, sir. It seems a little cluttered.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Just stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Pickles. Belize, Rhode Island. I'm a traveling fool, bro.
Yeah, you are a traveling fool. Look at you. You've been to all those places?
Yeah. Devil's Tower.
What is there to do in Rhode Island?
Nothing.
Well,
absolutely nothing.
The Ocean State. Colorado. What else? The White Sands. National Monument.
Where's that?
In New Mexico.
Oh, I see that now. Okay.
What else?
What's the difference between New Mexico and Old Mexico?
A wall.
I got this
a wall.
This is where my cruise was from. Well, not from. Stopped at Rotan, Honduras.
You went to Honduras?
Yeah, for my 7-day cruise.
Did you see people eating cats and dogs?
That's Haiti, not Honduras.
No, but they're all the same. That's Slim.
Surprisingly, there was
They're all the same.
Surprisingly,
It's all the same. I mean, people are eating dogs and cats all over that part of the world.
Yeah.
Well, surprisingly, they had a fucking monkey zoo there.
What? Yeah, they got a bunch of. Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Grand Teton National Park.
Pete likes monkeys in the wild.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I had a friend. His dad actually lives in Belize, and so he goes and visits him all the time. And he says that he rents this. It's like in the fucking jungle, I guess. He rents some cabin or something, and he'll go out for the day and come back, and there'll be like monkeys inside of his fucking cabin, like raiding the fridge and shit, like looking for food.
And by the way, there's a Clemson logo. Well, that's what it's gonna look like when you have the Clemson logo. You're gonna have to hang it on. Oops. And it's like a ornament, I think, just for that.
I don't think the Clemson logo is a yellow and blue now.
Yeah.
No. That's the Michigan logo. But I think my mom.
Hey Nate, I need you to see those shoes right there. Go back. You need to do something. Put those shoes away. What are you doing?
You want me to look at the size or what?
I don't care about that.
Put them away.
Yeah, put them away. What are they sitting in the middle of the floor for? There's another pair. Jesus, man. Were you born in the barn?
The only shoes that are not in the closets in my house are on a little tray in the laundry room where everybody's boots go.
Yeah.
All you did was move it to another spot where it's still in the way. That's not. Don't you have somewhere to put them?
No, not really.
No?
Well, I would say yes, but I don't really put it that way.
Well, clearly. He's picking them up from one doorway and moving it to another doorway. There's another pair of shoes. Look, dude, you see, look, 2 more pairs. You just got shoes laying all over your house.
These are my work shoes.
I don't care what they are. I don't care if they're magic shoes. They're still laying in the middle of the floor.
The reason I put
Come on.
these are all not my shoes.
Yeah, see, that's where the shoes go.
It doesn't
It's a
fit.
shoe holder.
It doesn't fit. Yeah, it doesn't fit.
You don't need that many shoes, Nate. I mean, what are you wearing? Wearing a different pair of shoes every day of the year?
Yeah.
This guy's got like 400 pairs of shoes. He's like a basketball player.
And plus, I wore out some.
Nate, you
lot of
have
shoes,
more
but-
shoes than my wife.
God dang, Nate.
You have more.
What the hell?
Jesus.
This is insane.
And by the way, here's my
How many
basketball
people live in
shoes.
that house? 100?
Are those your Yeezys?
No, these are my Nikes.
He got some Yeezys and some Jordans and
Yeah.
some Air Force Ones.
And by the way, these are like size 15. When I used to have big feet.
Huh? Wait a minute.
Yes.
You used to have big feet.
You used to have big feet. What, did they shrink?
I guess so. Yeah, hockey bag. Right
I've seen Nate's feet in person. He doesn't have feet. He has flippers. You know, if you ever went like diving, you wouldn't even need to wear flippers. They're automatically on there.
Well, Nate, what's
You're like a male mermaid.
I wear 14. No taquitos.
Okay, so why do you have shoes that you can't fit into then?
No,
Yeah.
no. That's I'm just saying that those are the I used to wear for
It
basketball.
appears to me as if he's still got shoes from when he was 9 years old. You know you can get rid of them, right?
Yeah, but we don't.
Well,
Uh,
that's
Obvious.
obvious, and that's your next chore. You need to round up all your shoes that you're never going to wear again, and don't do like women do and go, oh well, there might be some occasion where I might want to wear these shoes that I haven't worn in 15 years. No, you're not wearing. You didn't wear them in 15 years. You're not going to wear them in the next 15 years. Time to get rid of them. Time to clean out the closet, literally, Nate.
well, I didn't clear out my
Donate
feet,
them.
too.
Donate. There's we have like a box here. It's actually at the school. You could put shoes in. It's like a shoe recycling thing. Do you have those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Recycle your shoes.
Oh yeah, we do.
We've got a place close
we
to
have
us
like
called the Hub. It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's like Salvation Army or Goodwill, but I mean basically you donate your shit. You know, they just give it to people like if their house burns down or something.
Yeah.
birthday day.
Yeah, it's like all those national championship shirts that they ship over to Africa.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you see,
Loser shirts.
yeah, you see somebody walking around in Sudan in a 2018 Alabama national championship shirt. They got blown out by Clemson.
Oh. Hey Pete.
What?
You want to see younger myself? Oh, younger myself. Younger me.
Do I want to see a younger you?
If you want.
Okay.
That's me.
Now the funny thing about that photo is he's the same age as both his other people. He just looks like he's 10 years older than them.
And this is where I was like, this is where I was like 11. I was almost taller.
Yeah, 11. You're already taller than your dad when you're 11.
Yeah.
I wonder, do you have like a tall grandfather? Like, where did your height come from? It's obviously genetic. So.
Yeah, his dad's dad was tall, I think.
Okay.
So I guess that's the problem. Yeah.
So your grandfather, your grandfather was a giant like you.
Yes. My mom's and dad's dad 20th University in Las Vegas. So I with fucking Elvis. Yeah, don't ask how that happened.
I got a picture with Elvis in Vegas too.
Is this the midday version of Cribs?
That's what it's evolved into. Yeah, apparently.
Oh, my crib is awesome. No, awesome. It's awful. So,
I mean, if you're going to do that, Nate, then you have to show us what's in the fridge.
Yeah, show us what's in the fridge.
Oh God!
Actually, start with the freezer because I guarantee. I wonder how. Let's do it over before you open the freezer. An over or under on the amount of taquitos that are in that freezer.
Oh, let's set the over under at.
Well, a box. I think 2 boxes. All right, but I think a box comes with like 20 or 30 of them in there. So.
Well.
So you're saying like 40 taquitos?
40 taquitos. So the
over under.
So there's 40 taquitos is the big taquitos, not the little ones.
Okay, so you have both?
No. It's an all-in-one box. It's just. All
right, so if we're going 2 boxes, I'm gonna go under, and the only reason I'm going under is because they probably bought 4 boxes and he's already eaten 3, so there's only 1 left.
Well, my mom bought 2 because they were big taquitos. So
might be over. All right, go ahead and reveal the answer to us.
I don't see any right now.
Oh, you ate all of them.
Nate ate all the taquitos.
Now that's the most shocking thing I've seen all day is that the fact that you don't have any taquitos in your freezer. It was time to go to shopping. I think it might be time to hit up the grocery store.
Here's the fridge.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
that looks eerily similar to the inside of my fridge, honestly.
Volcanic peppers that you like, Pete. The volcanic pepper sauce.
Oh yeah, the corn sauce.
Yeah, and they also have salsa.
That stuff is good. Well, I had the hot sauce. I don't think I had salsa. You gave me hot sauce.
Yeah, the sauces are actually pretty good too. So you have mild, medium, hot. So,
yeah, when Nature Boy came down to stay here a few months ago, I made my famous street tacos, and I had him try that corn hot sauce on his taco. He said he liked it.
That's good.
I like it.
Maine, Nebraska. There you go. Let's see the other freezer.
I'm almost afraid to know what Nate's bathroom looks like.
Nate's what?
I bet you it looks pretty similar to my oldest son's bathroom, which is a fucking disaster.
You said it, Pete. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
It's all in the sink.
Is there like a wet towel on the floor? Yeah.
Probably at least 3 days worth of dirty clothes.
Oh,
Yeah, 3 days worth of dirty clothes. He probably doesn't even put the toilet roll on the holder. He just sets it on top of the holder because he's too lazy to put it on the holder.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly. I knew it.
No. Another please. Whoa.
Your video is frozen for some reason.
Oh. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a toilet? Yeah, that's a good question. Is there at least a toilet brush by your toilet to clean with, or do you just not clean it?
I use it when I have to.
Well, I'm not talking about using the toilet bowl cleaner to push your shit down the pipe. I'm talking about using it to clean the toilet.
Yeah, I
Okay.
use it when I have to.
That's one thing he definitely has is a plunger.
Oh, I have like 4 plungers.
See?
I mean, Nate's probably got a battery-operated plunger.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Nate, is it true? Hey, Nate, is it true that you clogged up the toilet at Hogman's cabin in Tennessee or in North Carolina?
Sorry, Hog, but yeah.
Jesus, Nate.
But
I felt so bad for Hogman.
he did the same thing. You do that everywhere. You did it at my house too. You remember? You came and asked me if I had a plunger because there was no plunger in the guest bathroom. He comes out and goes, Pete, do you have a plunger? I go, God damn it, Nate.
Is Lou still in the chat? Did he clog up Lou's toilet too?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think he did. Actually, I'm pretty sure you did. You do it everywhere you go.
Yeah, basically.
It's probably easier to count the amount of times you don't clog up a toilet every time you go to the bathroom than when you do.
Oh, you know what's the so here's the funny thing.
Hey, Nate, did nobody ever introduce you to the concept of courtesy flush?
Oh, here's my bedroom.
Oh my God, that's a disaster. Nate, you need to. What are you doing on here? You've got so many chores to do. It's not even funny.
No, turn that light back on,
here.
Nate.
But anyways,
You need to clean your room.
Yeah, go back in there. What are you doing? Go back in your room. Turn the light on.
Oh God. Okay.
What is going on? What are you doing? Do you have a hamper? You don't have a hamper, do you, Nate?
Jesus.
I do.
What is that? What
here.
is your clothes in the trash can? What, Nate? What the fuck are you doing, man?
No, this is my hamper.
Like, if the health department came in, they'd shut your house down.
No, this is kidding.
Boy.
And the bad thing is,
I mean, it looks like you're dipped into the rest of your room.
Well, the bad thing is, my mom's sisters are coming on Tuesday. Well, this upcoming Tuesday, to visit us.
Where's your comforter? Where's your blanket?
I ain't gonna knock you for that.
But it's on the floor though. I mean, I'm not saying it has to be neatly made and everything, but
I only have the comforter.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there ain't no comforter on my bed right now.
I have a comforter on. That's
Hell, I
about
need a
it.
blanket for it.
And yes,
you don't have any kind of blanket on your bed, Slim?
No, it's summer. For
Still, you use a light blanket.
Here's my brother's.
We got the sheet.
Here's my brother's
The
room.
non-fitted sheet. Cover up.
I don't know. I got air conditioning in my house. It's not hot.
I do too, and my wife's a fucking eater, so that sheet's bad enough.
Here's my brother's room.
Your brother's room is clean. Look at this. This is what you need to emulate, Nate. Look at this. Everything's in order. There's no clothes on the floor. The bed's made.
Well, at least he just shoved it up.
Your brother's got his shit together.
I'm just a lazy slob.
Yeah.
We know.
Definitely.
That's why I'm a slob confirmed. Anyways,
when's the last time you washed those sheets? I don't even want to know. Actually, don't even answer that.
No, I won't.
Yeah, I don't even want to know.
But I was going to say that
It better have been within the last 7 days.
Oh, I guarantee you it wasn't. It might not have been in the past 7 months, Slim.
it's over.
See? Oh man, you probably got bed bugs, dude.
I don't.
Now see, I'll wash my sheets in my truck like every 2 weeks, but sometimes I only sleep on them 3 nights out of a week.
That's a good question. How often do you guys wash your sheets? I think I do it probably every 3 weeks.
I think my wife does it. I think she rotates, like she'll do the kids one week and then ours the next.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing. Every 2. I don't think it needs to be done every week, but probably every 2 or 3 weeks at minimum. I don't even know what's the standard time that I don't know. Because it's funny, we wear our clothes one time and we wash them, but we sleep on the same sheets day after day after day and don't wash them every day. You know what I mean? What's the difference between clothes and a sheet? Same difference.
Yeah.
Normally you get in the bed right after you take a shower, so.
Here's my
Yeah, see, I don't. I shower in the morning most of the time.
Here's my mom's what do you call it? Scrapbooking room.
Now, see, that is acceptable. That looks like a disaster because scrapbooking is a disaster.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there's really no way to organize scraps. So.
I mean, there's stamps, there's everything.
Yeah, actually, even though there's a bunch of scraps everywhere, it's still organized. Like I bet she knows where all that where everything's at in there. You don't know where. If you were trying to look for something, you got to go start picking up fucking pants and shirts and comforters and trash off the floor to try to find something that you're looking for.
Nate, what does your garage look like?
His garage is clean because that's his dad's space. I can already tell you.
Well, mainly yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's clean because there's no cars in it because my mom and dad are probably somewhere else.
Like for instance, here I'll show you. This room that I'm in here right now, this is my studio / man cave. This is the cleanest room in the house. Because you know why? Nobody else is allowed in here other than me.
I was in there with leaves.
And that's the reason nobody's allowed in here other than me, because I don't want it to turn into a shit show.
The rest of the house.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, two of them have an excuse. Like, you expect Peete Jr. and Repeat to have messy rooms by dint of their age.
I mean,
yeah, but what pisses me off, especially with the older one, with Peete Jr., is he'll clean his room, organize everything, get all his clothes picked up, make his bed. I mean, it's completely clean. 12 hours later, it looks like he had a goddamn rave in there. I mean, I'm like, how is it even humanly possible that you caused this much damage in 12 hours?
Dude, I've literally had the kids clean their room on a Sunday morning. So they were done before lunchtime Sunday. Like, I don't know, just call it 11 o'clock.
make it a bagel.
By 7:30, when they were getting their pajamas together to get the shower and go to bed, both rooms were a fucking disaster. Looked like a tornado had been through both.
Yeah.
Kind of like mine, or is it worse?
Battle Angel says her 17-year-old keeps his room immaculate. Well, can he teach my son how to do that? Because apparently I'm failing.
Yeah, send him to Pete's house for a week.
Yeah, exactly. Mrs. Peete says, I wonder what that's like. Oh, no. Another Georgia player got arrested for reckless driving? You got to be shitting me.
Oh, no.
Are you trolling? I'm assuming he's not. He's a Georgia fan. I don't know why he'd make that up. What in the hell?
Lou's gonna get up and Kirby's ass again. It's gonna be funny if
That's crazy. Actually, it's not crazy. I guess it's the norm now. I mean, once coincidence, twice maybe coincidence, 3, 4, 5 times not coincidence. Plus I don't believe in coincidences either. Huh?
I said, what is it once you hit 26?
Not a coincidence. I don't know. Reckless driving is usually a trumped up charge. Yeah, I don't know about. I don't agree with that.
It's pretty much universal across every state. If you're doing 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, that's normally around the threshold for reckless driving.
That's a great question, Riz Chat. Who is it that got arrested? Because that might affect the line on Saturday. Now, I already bet the game, so it doesn't matter. But is it a star player? It wasn't Travis Etienne. Or Trevor Etienne, was it? I'm assuming it wasn't. That'd be crazy if it was.
I don't know. Might have been Carson Beck.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, he's got that Lambo.
Well, didn't he post a video? Now, he wasn't in Georgia, but he posted a video of him hitting 100 in that Lambo.
Oh.
It's somebody
I think he did.
named Daniel Harris. I guess he's not a starter, so they're saying it shouldn't affect the line, which is good news for me because I got Georgia covering.
Listen, I think Carson Beck could be out, and they probably still cover the line against Kentucky.
It actually went down. It went from 24 to 22.
That's odd.
I know. You know what I think, though? I think the weather might be affecting it.
Well,
Yeah.
That actually, a lot of these games they were talking about are going to have to be dealing with a lot of rain.
Yeah. Pretty much anything between, like, Mississippi. Well, I know I told you my brother was going to the Auburn game. They're suspected to have rain there, and that's Saturday at noon. So pretty much everything from Alabama all the way up to, like, Ohio, I think is supposed to be getting rain.
hurricane made landfall yesterday. Like, this shit should be pushed out by Saturday unless it'll take up to Saturday to get up to Ohio. That I can understand.
Yeah, that's a good. Let me look it up, actually, because I don't think that the South Carolina game tomorrow is supposed to be affected, but I'm not sure.
They were saying it was.
Oh, in South Carolina? In Columbia?
Yeah.
I mean, we're supposed to get rain here, too, but nothing crazy. I think, like, scattered showers, but let's see. Weather map. Let's see here.
Oh, I'm avoiding the state of Louisiana at all costs. I'm sure there's fucked up roads there.
Let's do the 10-day forecast. So Friday, which is today, no, low chance of rain. Friday night, okay, where's Saturday? Oh, here it is. So it doesn't look like, unless that's just here, it says Saturday 24% chance of rain. Sunday through Wednesday is supposed to rain every day, though. Oh, I don't know.
Who knows?
There will be rain in Atlanta for the Vanderbilt-Georgia State game. In Atlanta. Oh, I guess they have an outdoor stadium. I thought I was thinking about Mercedes-Benz. Nate, what are you doing?
Doing the dishes or starting the dishes. Yeah, sure.
So you'll put dishes in the dishwasher, but you won't pick the shit up off the floor of your bedroom.
I was just about to say that. He's not doing dishes. He's turning the dishwasher on.
Yeah, that's what's.
I'm doing the dishes. All he did was push a button.
Well, you know what, though? Every time my wife says to me when she's complaining about doing the dishes, I'm like, lady, you pushed a button. Stop it.
Well, you got to load.
Machine did the laundry.
You got to load the dishwasher, though. I won't even let anybody else load the dishwasher in my house. I get too mad.
I tried to help.
Why do you get mad if other people load the dishwasher?
Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. But because I can get twice the amount of dishes in there that they can because they don't know what they're doing.
I worked in a dishwasher.
You're saying Mrs. Peete don't know how to load a dishwasher?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Damn.
And neither can my kids. I made my older son, do it a couple of weeks ago, and then I didn't like hover over him. I just let him do it, start to finish, turned it on. I went to unload the dishwasher. He had all the glasses and cups sitting upwards, so they were all filled with water. It's like, and the pots too. Oh,
that's hilarious.
Mrs. Peete says that's Mrs. Peete says that's bullshit about her loading. It's not bullshit. She knows she can't load the dishwasher correctly. She thinks she can.
That is bullshit. That is bullshit.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like rain in Lexington for Saturday. Okay, that's good. I would prefer no rain in the Georgia game.
You know, I don't know if I told you this, Pete. I think I'm going to. I might have told you this.
Don't tell me you're about to eat. Don't tell me you're about to eat all 4 pieces of that bagel. Nate, you're putting. Let's count the calories on this. He's got.
Count the carbs on that.
Well, Jesus Christ, he's got 2 bagels cut in half, so 4 pieces, and he's putting at least double the amount of cream cheese on it that you're supposed to put on it. At least. How much cream cheese do you go through in a week? He's about to use a whole tub just on these 2 bagels. I got to show you guys this. I forgot it wasn't on the screen.
You're going to be on You're going to be on my 600-pound life.
Look at now, Nate. Show us the other ones too. You can only see 2 of them right now. Show us the other bagels. You should see the amount of. Look at this, bro. Nate, you're gonna have to slow down on this. You're not gonna live to 50, bro. Your heart's probably already clogged.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah, but do you care though?
No, not really.
Yeah, clearly. You just used an entire tub of cream cheese on those bagels.
I mean, I just ate a donut, so I mean.
Oh yeah, that makes it better. Do you know?
At least he's.
Do you know what diabetes is, Nate?
No, I'm not a scientist.
You're not a scientist? Neither am I, but I know what diabetes is.
Diabetes is a infection that causes your body to fucking go fat. That's all I know.
No, diabetes is not an infection.
Oh. See, I'm not an expert.
Somebody was just.
Become an expert on diabetes. You keep eating like that.
They're talking about game day food in the chat. Pete might have a new sponsor for game day food.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on.
Mrs. Pete gave up on her game day grub segment.
Well, yeah, kind of. Well, I kind of gave up on it, and then I told her she could still do it. I posted on my channel, but I'm not having anything to do with it.
You're not going to be the cameraman.
I'm not going to be the whipping boy for it. So.
God.
Yeah.
Can she at least cook better than she loads a dishwasher?
Yeah, she can cook.
Okay.
Yeah, she can cook. She just can't clean up afterwards. That's all.
I'm about to say, I think that's a prerequisite for marriage that a lot of people are losing track of. I don't know, maybe they listen to Alan Jackson one too many times thinking they can live on love, but unfortunately you'll starve to death.
Yeah, there's some truth in that. She says she will do it. She's figuring it out. Yeah, she's been figuring it out for the past 18 months, so. She'll figure it out, though. I have faith in her.
Yeah, we need a video on this channel of her loading a dishwasher and then Pete loading a dishwasher.
I'll tell you what was more entertaining than the game day grub videos that we did was the behind the scenes. If we had the behind the scenes clips, shit. That's a million views.
You didn't keep the blooper reel?
No.
The blooper reel?
No, I didn't keep the blooper reel.
I gave a dog a piece.
So you not only you're going to kill yourself, you're going to kill your dog in the process. That's great, Nate.
Yeah, that dog was supposed to help you get laid, sir.
I'm pretty sure if you called the vet and said, hey, is it okay to give my dog cream cheese and bagels, they'd probably tell you no.
It's not like chocolate, though.
Yeah. What's up, Nick? What's up, Sir UGA?
Good Nick.
Well, now you're all fueled up. You should have plenty of energy to go clean your room now.
Yeah, how about it, man? You gonna clean your room?
2 more to go.
Oh, he's not done fueling yet.
What have you eaten today? You said a donut.
2 bagels.
Two bagels with an insane amount of cream cheese on them. Or what else?
That's about it.
No.
Got me beat.
Exactly. Nate, you are going to be diabetic. I'm going to tell you that right now. You are. It's just a matter of time.
Good Lord.
Ow, my back.
All right. It is 1 o'clock, so I do have to go, guys. Yeah, Nate living his best life. Well, it's gonna be a short one. If he continues living his best life.
Well, listen. All joking aside. Well, actually, not all joking aside, but you probably did a whole lot worse when you were 22.
As far I definitely made some poor health choices. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
No eating choices.
But
okay.
None of those were choices that were going to necessarily put me in an early grave or have some lifelong debilitating disease because of it, like diabetes.
I wouldn't necessarily call diabetes a lifelong debilitating disease.
Well, it depends. It definitely is if you're type 1. Type 2, you can control it. You know.
I don't remember the difference between the two of them.
Well, type 1 is hereditary. You're born with it, and you have to take insulin like multiple times a day, I guess depending on how bad it is. And then type 2 is something you develop by your eating habits or your lifestyle choices. And you can control it with just how you eat, basically. My dad had type 2 diabetes, and he wasn't even overweight. And he wasn't even diagnosed till he was like 60. And he never had to take insulin or anything. He just didn't eat, a lot of sugar, basically.
I know my aunt got it when she was pregnant with my oldest cousin, and she's got to take shots every day.
Yeah, I used to work with a guy.
Gestational diabetes, I think is what they call it.
Yeah, I think that's what the guy I worked with had. He had to check his blood like 4 times just during the workday, and if it was low or high or whatever it was, or high, I guess, he would pull out a syringe and stick it right in his damn side, give himself a shot. Yep. And a couple of times, we were out on the job site and he didn't have his insulin with him. Have you ever seen somebody go into a diabetic rage before?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, like it starts fucking with your brain. Like they literally go insane.
Yep.
And they'll sometimes they get violent. Like they'll try to fight you or hurt you. Yeah.
I have a friend that
diabetes or no diabetes, fucker, I'll knock you out. Don't come fuck with me.
Knock out somebody in a diabetic rage. Yeah.
I have a friend that has I don't know if I should say it, but
well, if you're curious, then you probably should, mate.
I have a friend that is disabled. That's all I'm gonna say. That has type 2. I don't know if it's type 1 or type 2 diabetes, but he was born with it. But he, like you said, Pete, if he doesn't, take insulin or whatever you call it, he goes insane.
Yeah. They do go insane. Like they lose their mind, and a lot of times it's almost like they black out because they don't even really remember it after it's over with.
Right. Plus,
hell, I'm gonna eat a shitload of sugary stuff and then kill somebody and say I went into diabetic rage.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. Somebody used that as a defense. Maybe they have. Who knows?
Yeah.
Did your dad drink a lot? No, my dad didn't drink. My dad wasn't a drinker. I mean, he would have a couple of social drinks if he was out in at a restaurant, but no, he didn't drink.
Well, at least, how much calories does a non-alcoholic beer has? Probably a lot.
No, because all the calories are in the alcohol. So.
No, I mean like non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic beer probably has very low calories.
Oh.
I don't know about calories, but I know vodka has 0 carbs in it.
Yeah, it has 0 carbs in it. That's why women love to drink it.
But yeah, I'll let you go, Pete.
Yes, I got to go anyway. So.
I showed you enough of my room.
Yeah, go clean your room, Nate. Go clean your room. See you later.
He's not going to clean his
He's not going to clean his room. Well, he hasn't cleaned his room in probably 6 months from the looks of it, so definitely not doing it today.
No.
All right, Slim. Thanks for coming on, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
And I'll see you soon.
Yep.
I did promise I would play the video that goes along with the song. Not the Peete remix video, but the original video on the way out. So here we go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Enjoy.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. And this is what's happening. Dogs. People on television.
There have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
The people on television said my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
But the
television.
people on
I'm taking it from
television
the
saying
city
their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. And this is what's happening. People on television. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating